We're shaking, y'all. Welcome back to Tank Top Hank. I am Tank Top Hank, and I'm joined here by my man Max Powers. How you doing, big guy?
Doing good. How are you?
So we're gonna start with talking about your St. Louis guy. Your Birds are on a 16-game win streak.
Very hot.
They're not gonna win the NL Central, but they're gonna get that second wild card spot behind the Dodgers.
Yeah.
How do you think your Birds do in the playoffs, man? Are they gonna fly high, or are they gonna get squashed like a little roach?
I'm hoping they don't get squashed like a little roach. They are hot right now. Obviously, breaking records. They're chirping loud. They chirp every time I go into my house. I just hear people cheering. That's the chirp.
The Beta House.
Yes.
So they're chirping. So a lot of Cardinals fans over at the Beta House.
There's a lot of loyal fans. I wouldn't say the quantity is like a lot, but the quality is there.
Okay. I got you. Over to Kansas City, go over to the west side of Missouri.
Yeah.
Chiefs start the year 1-2. Chiefs are now, that's like the first time they're 1-2 since like 2015. Wow. I mean, a lot of obnoxious Chiefs fans in my life, and they've gone quiet all of a sudden. So
I know. Yeah.
Do the Chiefs have what it takes to win the Super Bowl this year? What do you think? Your thoughts?
I do not think so. I mean, defense wins games, and if you don't have a defense, you're not going to win games, and you're not going to win a Super Bowl, especially. However, they did just get that new wide receiver. I think he's a felon.
Josh Gordon.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just another weapon they can use, but I don't know if that's a Super Bowl weapon.
Yeah, I feel like it's more like the offense is there, it's just their defense needs improvement.
Exactly.
But, in the 4 turnovers against the Chargers, who look lethal. Justin Herbert looks lethal. Plus, they haven't played the Rams, the Bucks, the Packers, or the 49ers even in the NFC. They faced the Ravens and the Chargers now. And I want to see how they do against the what's the other team? What's the other big AFC team? Raiders. I was thinking the AFC was Raiders.
Yeah.
I think they could pose a problem for the Chiefs. But let's talk about formerly, and keep it in kind of Missouri themed, the former St. Louis Rams, now LA Rams, look unbelievable. They just rooted the Bucks yesterday.
Oh yeah.
It was like 34-24, but that score was a lot closer than the game actually was. What do you think about Matt Stafford winning MVP? That's who I got so far, because he's got that defense behind him, and he's just been lighting it up. He's had close to or at least 300 yards every game with a few touchdowns thus far through 3 games. What are your thoughts on Matt Stafford winning MVP and the Rams winning the Super Bowl?
I like it. Yeah, I've heard Matt Stafford's name for a big chunk of my life. I'm not real NFL educated, but with a defensive line with Aaron Donald and someone that's able to make plays like Matthew Stafford, I mean, I could see him being a contender, but when you said MVP, I disagree.
I like that. Who's your MVP pick so far? It's early.
Kyle Murray.
Kyle Murray, yeah.
A little guy running around.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, hard to stop. So that's my pick.
All right. Your Colts are 0-3.
Yes, they are.
Complain. Go.
I will. Carson Wentz, wow, horrible. Hopefully he gets better. Aaron Donald sprained both his ankles in one tackle. I mean, classic. That's a perfect way to...
Who sprained his ankle?
Aaron Donald.
You mean Quentin Nelson?
No.
Oh, Aaron Donald. Oh, I think Aaron Donald sprained his own ankles. Aaron Donald sprained
Carson Wentz's.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was ugly. We need to get a healthy line. We used to have such a good one. Now,
and then, as I mentioned, Quentin Nelson, he just got injured, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
So he's out with foot injuries. A right tackle is. We're with some Julian Davenport. He's not doing real great. Aaron Donald kind of humiliated him, to be frank. But yeah, when we were planning on starting our practice squad quarterback if Carson went down last week. So that's what we're gone to.
You're working with a practice squad quarterback.
Yeah.
Tunnel's not so bright there at the end.
No, I talked a lot of garbage to my friends preseason, and I am eating my words. So that's really my thoughts. It's all right. I still have faith. But yeah.
Final record for the Colts.
Hopefully they'll get 7 wins.
7?
Yeah.
So would that be 7-10 now they have 17 games?
Yeah.
Switching gears. John Jones was arrested. I think it was aggravated battery, maybe, something.
Domestic violence.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, scummy. real bad.
Yeah, not a good look. I mean, it's not his first time getting arrested. But I don't want to talk about that too much. I want to talk about his comeback in the heavyweight division. Are you a big UFC guy?
I play the video game.
Okay, so yeah. So he was the light heavyweight champ for a while, and now he's coming back to heavyweight. He wants to bulk to 270 and then cut to 265, which is the weight limit for heavyweight. Do you think he could become heavyweight champ? He's the pound-for-pound greatest of all time, in my opinion. Kind of a toss-up between him and Khabib Nurmagomedov. I would say so. But at light heavyweight, at least, he's the greatest ever. I mean, not really even close there. But do you think he could become the heavyweight champ? Because there's guys like Francis Ngannou, Cyril Gane, both out of France. Now you got Stipe Yochich out of America, who is probably the most decorated heavyweight fighter of all time in UFC. So do you think John Jones can put himself up there and take down one of those monsters?
Whenever something like a personal, like an arrest or something like that affects a top athlete, I always see them just never coming back. Other than Tigers win that one, but other than that, I usually just see a decline from there, and he would deserve it. So hopefully, I don't think he will, and I hope he doesn't succeed. You
don't want him to succeed?
No.
You said no with a big smile on your face. All right. I think he will. I think he'll come back. If he gets out of all this personal stuff, just like skills-wise and his strength and everything, he's training. He's doing strength and conditioning training with Stan Efferding, who's one of the most respected and well-known names in the fitness industry. If you look at the guy, he's jacked. I don't know, he's not on steroids. He might be. But he's training with him, and then he's got all his martial arts skills from his days in the light heavyweight division. I think if he gets out of the situation, he can become the heavyweight champ. But first things first, he's just got arrested. He's got to get out of that kind of that little snafu.
Maybe counseling, anger management.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Or just take it out of the bag.
Right.
Another human being.
Exactly.
Staying with fighting, Anthony Joshua loses to Alexander Usyk, the Ukrainian, in a heavyweight, a unification heavyweight title fight, which to my understanding just means that now Usyk has most of the belts. Because boxing, there's the IBC, WBA, there's a bunch of different promoters, but now Usyk has I think 3 of the 4. Tyson Fury has the only other one. It's like Infinity Stones, and now Usyk has most of them. Okay,
cool.
They were like that. A lot. So, but the way boxing's run, there's a lot of confusion as to okay, who's the best? Is it Wilder? Is it Fury? Joshua? Usyk? Who would you say is the best heavyweight boxer in the world?
I'm going to give it to Fury. He's a giant, and he can just take punches and give them out too.
Yeah, I'd say all heavyweights can give out some really big shots. They all throw heat.
Yeah.
But Fury's defense is unreal. Plus, he might be the heaviest in the division. So I would also give it to Fury.
Oh, yeah.
He's a monster. Him versus Deontay Wilder, October 6th, coming soon. 2 Saturdays.
Exciting.
That'll be exciting. Homecoming weekend, I think, as well.
Very exciting.
Back to football. Clemson now has 2 losses after losing to NC State. Is this the beginning of the end for the Clemson dynasty?
Some college teams, they have bad years. They might have. This could be a streak, but it'll never be the end. I don't think for a big name like that. That I feel like
what do you think it's going to take for them to be done? Dabo Swinney retires.
Yeah, who's that?
Dabo Swinney. Do you think the head coach for Clemson?
Oh, he's done pretty good things. With my understanding.
Yeah.
So yeah, if he's gone, then so is the team.
Yeah. Well, no, he's still there. I'm saying if he did get fired.
Oh.
if Dabo Swinney did get or if he left or whatever, do you think that is what would make the Clemson dynasty die?
Just because of the big name, no. Okay. I feel like kids that are getting recruited are they're kids. They're going to Clemson.
Yeah.
So they're always going to get talent.
When they wear the hoodie.
Yeah, so they'll always get the talent. They could have a little rough patch, but it won't be the end. I don't think so.
Yeah, this could be the beginning of the end, but I think they're going to bounce back next year and do really well and make the playoff because DJ Ukulele or whatever his last name is, Ukulele.
Do you think he plays the ukulele?
DJ, last name that starts with a U, quarterback for Clemson. He definitely got the talent, just not the experience. I think he's going to bounce back next year and have a great year. But he's kind of pooped his pants so far. So now we've got Mizzou versus Tennessee football this weekend. Tennessee is an 11.5-point favorite versus Mizzou. Mizzou just lost in overtime to Boston College.
Yeah.
Tennessee just lost to Florida. I believe it was in Gainesville. Tough place to play. Who bounces back this weekend? Is it our Mizzou Tigers or is it the Volunteers of Tennessee?
Yeah, I have to go with the Tigers. You know, we're learning from our mistakes. We just got to get in there and just play football. You know, I don't really know what we need to. Honestly, just get it to 50 yards and then just bring out Harrison Mevis, the thicker kicker, and just honestly just
kick a 65-yard.
Yeah, just every time.
Like Justin Tucker.
It would almost be like automatic points. Yeah,
He's a girthy dude.
Oh my God.
He's like, he's just like a big piece of meat that they stuck legs on and taught how to kick.
I know, and the meat is really like bringing the power to the ball.
Yeah, he had quite the kick to send to OT last week.
I know, it was very exciting.
Yeah. Camera switch back to this one. That's going to do it on Tank Top Hank this week. I'm Tank Top Hank, and my man Max Powers did a great job today, and we'll see you next time.